Yeah. Thank you for taking a ride on the Freedom Train podcast series. I am your host, Joseph Ward, and as always, ride with me is my good homie, Mr. Patrick Irvin. Remember, the Freedom Train is brought to you by Pow3r Inc. That's Pactsinc. And Pow3r Inc. is a black development organization aimed at developing the black community to its maximum potential through a focus on education and economics with a trace of hard work, honesty, and integrity. And for more information, make sure you visit www.pactsinc.org to learn more about the members of the organization, the actual overall mission, and everything that the organization brings to the table is educational tools and resources, and that way you can enhance yourself, your community, your family, everything with that with Pow3r Inc. While you're online, make sure you visit our Freedom Train website at www.freedomtrainradio.com to learn more about myself, Patrick, and all of our other lovely hosts that have these wonderful shows on this network. Let me give you a quick rundown of our weekly lineup, our new weekly lineup. As you know, every Monday you get the Fix Sports Podcast. That's my other show. Every Tuesday you get the newest show to the network, the Block and Nickel Podcast, hosted by Mr. Donnell Durden. Every Wednesday you get this show, the Freedom Train Podcast Series, as well as the live showing of Office Hours with Professor Carlton Jones and Erica Tobert. Every Thursday you get Patrick's show, Lessons from the Screen, where he breaks down documentaries, movies, documents, whatever it is that need to be broken down, he breaks them all the way down. Every Friday, you get the podcast of Office Hours with Professor Carlton Jones and Erica Tobert. Every Saturday, you get the Tea Time Black Women Talk Show, as well as the podcast of On the Shoulders of Giants, and all are available on our website, www.freedomtrainradio.com, as well as available on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, as well as, social media, Instagram, Freedom Train Network, Twitter, Freedom Train Net. We're on YouTube, Freedom Train Network, Facebook, Freedom Train Network, everywhere, Freedom Train Network. And if you ain't down with the Freedom Train, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Tell them, Patrick.
Get your hands out of my pocket.
What?
I don't know.
What you been eating? You been eating candy?
It seemed like the appropriate thing to say.
All right, whatever, man. Hey, man, I don't know about you, but this Black Women celebration that we doing, I'm digging it. What about you, man?
I am not digging it because that would mean that we were trying to put black women under the ground, and we're not trying to do that. But
you ain't got no soul in you, huh?
Soul? Of course I have a soul, my good friend. I am alive.
Whatever, man. Hey, man, all I know is I'm enjoying this month. I'm enjoying the information that we learn about these women. What about you?
I am feeling it, my good man.
You are feeling it, my good man?
It is all the way turned up. All
the way. You lit, as the young ones say? I am
like a lighter top.
Okay, whatever.
Yes.
Hey, so today, right, we got to continue with today, right?
Oh, who we got? I know who we got. I know who we got from Pow3r.
Nah, what?
Pow3r.
Nah, man, you ain't saying it right. You got to say it. Try it again. Try it again.
Pow3r?
Nah, you see, you messing it up. See, let me put you on game, right? I got to break it down for you. So it was about 2016, late 2016, early 2017, right? I heard about this event called Working Class Wednesday, right? You with me? All right, so I signed up for it. So I don't really know the people who put it together, the organizers. I'm just, I seen the opportunity to do something. I seen black folk doing it. I was like, I like black people. So, and, I like to expand myself. So let me go ahead and be a part of this, right? You with me? All right, so I go to the event. And I'm setting up my booth and everything. And people come around there.
Hold on, is this the event that Cardi B was at?
Nah, man.
Okay,
what?
Go ahead.
Where you? Nah, man. See, I thought you was with me.
I'm with you.
Okay, so I go to Working Class Wednesday, and then as I start to mingle with the people and get to know the organizers, I meet this young lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's short, but she got like this little, you know, what they say, the savoir.
On the air. Keep it moving.
Shut up. She got this, what they call the je ne sais quoi about herself, right? I'm being French. So you were being Spanish earlier, I'm being French, right? So
what
get
mean,
to know her. Quoi? That means she got that style, that flair, all that stuff there, right? That's right. So as I get to know her, right, she calls herself Pow3r Love, right? And that's an interesting name altogether, because to name yourself that, you got to have confidence, right? At first, you got to have, you got to kind of know that you got it, right? To name yourself that, right? Mm-hmm. So as you get to know her and as you get to see what she does in the community, so we're talking about community activists, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about entrepreneur, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about a person who's an influencer in the community. We're talking about a person who goes out of her way to support others in the community. And we're talking about a person who goes out of her way to be a voice in the community. So when you start to put the attributes with the name, you like, okay, I see why she named herself that, right? And so I was like, we have to have her on the show. We have to have her on the show. She's the founder of Pow3r Productions, right? She's a veteran of the United States Marine Corp. She's a devoted mother. She, like I say, she gives back to the community. She does her thing. She puts it down here in Tallahassee, and our community is better for it. So I want my little man in the shirt and everybody in our audience to get up off y'all feet and put y'all hands together. A round of applause for Ayla Madison, a.k.a. Pow3r Love. Thank you for being here on this Freedom Train with us.
That's love. That's love right there. Hello, my beautiful people. How's everybody doing?
We good. How you doing?
Oh, blessed and highly favored. I love it. I love it.
Yes,
blessed and highly what flavor?
There you go.
The flavors, I like butter pecan. I'm country. I like butter pecan.
Oh.
See, you don't feed it to that madness with him.
Hey, Joe, you can't interrupt the brilliance that was about to come out.
I mean, excuse me, Einstein.
That's right. You just messed it up. It's over. The moment is gone.
Whatever. It's on you, man. Do your thing.
So, it's Joe. I was trying to see. I'm glad Ms. Madison's here because Joe was earlier. He kept saying Pow3r, and I was like, no, Joe, it's Pow3r. And he kept. So I'm glad she was able to correct him. Yeah, Joe.
Really?
Don't front, man. Don't front.
All right. Whatever.
So anyway. So, can you give the audience some background information about Pow3r Productions, how you started it, how you became CEO, what led to all of that? Just give us the scoop on Pow3r Productions.
If y'all can handle it, I'll get y'all the scoop together now.
Hey, we ready. We ready.
Okay. So I'm born in Texas, from Fort Hood, Texas, but a military brat, so I moved around, and then we stayed in Germany for a little bit. So my mother, who is actually German, and that's my first language, my father is from this area, though. My mother is not, but long story short, so we moved to Tallahassee, Florida, and I went to school here, FAMU High. Give out my real age, but I graduated from FAMU High. And pretty much, yeah, I've always been around in the community. I have family that's in the community. My aunt was the mayor of Midway, so I pretty much was in her shadow 24/7 and met a lot of phenomenal people through that way. Pow3r Production sparked up about 10 years ago, I want to say, when I was trying to decide if I wanted to go to college or if I wanted to, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I didn't have the guidance, you know. So I realized, I was like, dang, we really don't have, like, tools or people that we can really go to and just confide in and get some type of information as to our life patterns. So that was the beginning niche of Pow3r Productions, was that I was just out there trying to figure out life, in a sense.
Okay. That's what's up. Now, how did you come to that whole naming of yourself, Pow3r Love? Because as I like I was saying in the intro, to name yourself that, because I always think about a person's name is something that kind of determines their nature and all those things. And you got to, you ever heard, be careful what you name yourself. But sometimes people come up with brilliant names for themselves.
Right.
And I just think yours is in that brilliant name category. And so how did, coming from your background that you have, how did Ayla Madison become Pow3r Love, and what does it mean to be Pow3r Love to you?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so true story. Pow3r has always been my nickname. I had that nickname growing up, only because of I've had a lot of medical conditions and a lot of other things I had to go through as a younger child. I didn't really get to enjoy my childhood because I was always battling something. So my mother gave me the name Pow3r, and I emphasized the name by adding a 3, which is the 3 number represents completion.
Right.
And it just, Pow3r, when you think about Pow3r, you think about, what you're capable of doing. So pretty much when it comes to Pow3r, I wanted to emphasize that and let people know, that's the mirror of who you can be or what you can do. You have all the power to do it all. All it takes is sometimes is just a little push. So my name is pretty much a mirror of of the possibilities of what can be completed and what can be done. Now, when we're talking about the difference from Pow3r and Ayla, Ayla is such a strong name as well. I'm really on understanding who you are. I love the research, and I love to understand who you are, where you come from. So Ayla actually means halo around the moon or guardian angel or warrior. Okay. In different languages. But to me, it's like Ayla is that secure, it helps energize who Pow3r is. Because it takes a lot of energy to do what I do.
Right.
So it's that balance between the two. It's the yin and the yang.
Okay.
So,
okay.
That's who I am.
That's what's up, though. And I'm glad you explained that because, like I say, I've noticed that a lot of people do look up to you. A lot of people follow you. A lot of people see you as a great example in the community. But when they listen to this, I want them to get a good understanding of who you are and what you bring to the table. And it's not just somebody who's just out there just trying to be famous. I mean, people give you the attention because you deserved it. You earned it, not because you're trying to be the most famous person on the block. So, and that's one of the reasons why I rock with you, is especially like Remy and Terrence, and what you all bring to the table is because y'all genuine people who want to do something for the community, and we definitely appreciate it.
I don't want it. I don't want the fame.
Straight up. Yeah. Patrick had a little technical difficulty, so he gonna come back on. So he had a little technical difficulty.
Oh no, I don't. What was he saying? No, I
know whatever his Spanish ain't working right, so but when he get it together, he gonna come back.
Okay, come on back.
So, I know, right? So, community activism, that's something that the average person won't undertake, and it takes a special type of person to get active in the community to say, you know what, I want to make a difference. So, why did you decide to not just focus on yourself, just getting money, just trying to do just you? Why did you decide to become active in this community? What does that mean to you?
Well, once again, I feel like you have to understand where you come from. Like I said, when I was growing up and just seeing, my aunt and my family members being around like the 4th Ave community and my aunt being the mayor, I was always involved. And so when I created this business, I always had the community in mind first, because a lot of times it's easy for us as our people to get distracted and try to veer off and try to figure out the quick way out. But I feel like, me personally, my mission is bigger than myself, because there's no way that we can progress, and there's no way that we as a community, we can move forward if somebody isn't planting those seeds. Who's going to raise these children? You know, and me being a mother myself, I see a lot more on a motherly, you know, side. Like, growing up, when I was growing up, you know, it was difficult because I was biracial and I had that going on, and I didn't really have guidance. So I had to, in a sense, raise myself, because I wasn't accepted in my community right off the bat.
Right.
Being in the South, just being realistic. You know, this is my journey. This is what I've been through. I can't make this up. So I took it upon myself. And then it's like, also, you know, just a side note, being a biracial woman, it was a lot of beautiful black girls, a lot of beautiful white girls, but they all, like, were so insecure with themselves that they hated me. And, you know, me at a young age, I was just trying to find myself. Like, hey, I just want to be friends. But it wasn't like that. So I think I took my negative journey, and I wanted to grow up and inspire young black girls especially, you know, that because they're our future. You know, the children are our future. I'm really big on children. Even the elders that have made the path for us. I just love our people so much that I want to make sure that they understand that we're better as a unit.
There you go. There you go. Now that's I dig that, because you've learned how to take what happened to you and learn to empower yourself first, and then be an instrument of empowerment for others. And I think that's exactly what our community needs, because there are a lot of young women who may have walked in similar shoes, and I wouldn't say exact, but similar shoes or similar paths, who didn't make the same decisions that you made to actually become stronger despite it. So definitely kudos to you, and hats off to you for taking.
I mean, exactly. Like, I could have went the route and be like, you know, a negative route, but I kind of felt like it's so much negativity. Why not turn my pain and what I've been through? Right. And that's pretty much what life is. You know, you plant stuff that you go through and you harvest it. You're going to have your rainy days. You're going to have days where, you know, you just are like, what is going on? But if we can open up a little bit more and speak on that, I feel like that'll help somebody else out.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I mean, that's real, because I tell people all the time, it's real out here in these streets. I live in the real world. We operate in the real world, and it's not easy. It's hard to make it in this world, and our young ones, they have so many issues on top of them, and they need us to stop. Some of us, they need. I'm not gonna say like us who are on this line, and you know the ones that we operate with, but they do need us in the sense of these adults to be there, be adults, be leaders, be nurturers, all these things, because it's real out here.
Because it's hard
real,
out here.
You know what? Don't you start with your love and hip hop hooks, because I'm not going to deal with you. I'm trying to empower these people.
Empower on, sister. Hey, but you know what? You said something interesting. Not you, Joe. It's all in love, big homie. Joe, my big homie. Hey, you said something real interesting just then that's, you know, off topic but on topic, but I'm going to take it off topic, but it's still on topic, so bear with me as we experience a tad bit of turbulence. When you talked about being biracial, and that's something that I think in the community, the biracial children are oftentimes overlooked, especially in our there are a lot of us that have a level of disdain for interracial relationships, and we don't really understand, or maybe we do understand, and we just don't give a damn about the impact that has on those children growing up, and how those biracial kids do. From the few that I've talked to, they do oftentimes go through this period of confusion, feeling rejected from both sides, of not knowing where to go, and this, that, or the third, not really feeling accepted by either culture. And then these are the same people that eventually grow up, become powerful figures, and become powerful advocates for the black community. But it's interesting that as their children, they're so confused, and I think that's something else that you speak to on an empowerment level, on an encouragement level for those kids coming up. Look, you know, we all go through it. We're going to change it, but for right now, we're just going to keep moving forward. Look to me, or look to whoever you're looking to, or that's extremely powerful in and of itself.
My biggest thing is just understanding acceptance. Once we have so much, then that's where the love part of power comes in. Because really, it's my Facebook name as well, but it's like the love of power. You know, it lets you know, like, if you have so much love within yourself, and even though, like I said, growing up as a biracial child in the 80s and the 90s, I'm not gonna give y'all my age, but and to me now it's worse, and I feel so bad for, you know, the children and everything going on, because it's like, you know, I didn't have a great childhood, but I had a tight knit family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we confided in each other, and we were there for each other, because we knew, like, the real battle was out there. So why fight in the house and out the house?
And you went to FAMU High.
And I was the only person at FAMU High. That is correct.
We know what that means. Our listeners don't know what that means, but I'm going to keep throwing it out there.
Well, I mean, I don't mind letting them know, because it ain't nothing but the truth, because you can go up there and see for yourself if they let you up. Change the rules. But when I went to FAMU High, it's an all-black school. All black. You know,
all black,
everything, which is beautiful, and I love the culture, and I appreciate it. But it's like, you know, okay, I'm very active in sports, and this white lady is just like, who is this white lady with this? You know, so it's always been like, and even today, in my older years, and my mother, she'll walk around with me and my daughter, you know, they're like, and people like still toot their nose, but you're kind of like, how ignorant can you be?
Right.
Like, we have bigger things to worry about, you know? So you just got to kind of build that power and just, like, keep it moving.
Yeah, I mean,
everything.
And that's a conversation we was, Patrick and I, and a couple people having a couple of days ago about some of the mindsets and some of the ideas that we have in our community when when people try to be people too, because to me it's a lot of times people hung up on being the next leader of the community or the blackest person in the room and all these things. And like, man, everybody ain't no competition. You ain't even doing nothing in the community, so stop all.
And what are you doing? Right. My thing is, I don't care. You know, like, what are you doing for the community? Since you want to say, oh, I'm black and I'm proud, and you want to walk around with your T-shirt on, but you know, we're kind of tired of walking. When are you gonna start taking action?
And beyond that,
my legs hurt.
Right. And I'm the blackest person in the room. No matter what room I go into, unless Michael Blackson in there, he got me by a shade or two. But other than that, I'm always the blackest person in the room, so I don't even be standing for it when they be trying to, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know, y'all know. Hey, go ahead, Joe. Tell them what it is.
Whatever. You great. So now let me ask you this, because
Joe, ask her a question.
Patrick, you crazy. We moving on. All right. All
right, my bad. Go ahead, ask your question.
So, like I say, we'll talk about you being in the Marine Corps. You spent some time in there.
Yeah.
We all know that off top, it's about structure, discipline, and all those things there. But other than that, or on top of that, what did you learn from your time as a Marine that has helped you become the entrepreneur that you are? And one of the reasons why I asked that too is because you've also put yourself in a position to be a resource to other entrepreneurs. So is that something that you kind of picked up from the Marine Corps? And if not, what are some of the things that you picked up from there that kind of helped you in what you're doing now?
Oh, wow. Well, as a Marine, and not just a Marine, a female Marine, man, just understanding what loyalty really meant and the honor and commitment. Those were my core values. When I first went in, when I first decided to go to the Marine Corps, people, of course, don't do it. People going to say whatever they want to say, however they want to feel. One thing about me, I'll listen, but if it's for me, it's not for you. But when I went into the Marine Corps, and I was just like, wow, what did I get myself into? What reality check. And then I went to my first, my unit, and I was the only female there. I was like, okay. I was the only female there, 4'11". I'm not even 5 feet. I'm 4'11". So I learned quickly, you got to have loyalty. But you can't just talk about it. These are guys, literally, that will die for you. These are, men and women that will die for you. If that ain't loyalty, I don't know what is, So eventually I was about a good 3 years in, and I realized, dang, this is the type of lifestyle where the civilians will never understand, no matter how much I break it down. The commitment that we have, the honor that we have amongst each other, the camaraderie, all of that sparks also what I do now, because I'm so loyal to my people, because I would literally, make sure that they straight. I don't want to say I'm going to kill for y'all, but I'm going to kill for y'all if something pops off, But it was just the beautiful growth of understanding, dang, these people would, really die for it. We would die for each other. That's right. Some low, that's some death before dishonor type stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I get you. If somebody willing to put their life on the line for you, coming from that environment of I put my life on the line,
right?
You really do have a true sense of what team and unity means. Because if somebody make a wrong move, then everybody can be messed up.
Everybody down. Everybody dead.
Right.
So,
right.
No, and it makes it so transparent in the civilian world for me to go so hard and go so strong. So, the civilians look at it like, dang, she really, going hard in the paint. But to me, it's I'm doing this for us. Come on, let me keep motivating y'all. Even if y'all ain't motivated, I'm going to give y'all that fake motivation until y'all get it motivated. We got work to do. Your job never stops. Never stops.
Work. Okay.
You don't know what culture you want to be today.
Right?
Hey.
You the UN today.
Hey, what? You know what, Joe? You distracting from what she just said.
Whatever work.
She said she was working for us, and I was just, putting that on it so that they understood. Word. You know what? Don't.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit that note. Yeah, okay.
Got to put that work in.
I was in the military too.
Okay.
I'm not a Marine.
I'm sorry, what branch was that?
I was in the Air Force.
Oh, look at you. You're such a nerd.
A nerd. See that?
I would have never thought the way you act.
See that?
Say it again. Again.
Nah, I am a nerd. I am.
Man,
nerd.
That's a good life. I don't want to hear nothing about no struggles.
No. I didn't struggle, and no, it was definitely easier than we used to call the Marines meat shields.
Okay.
And we used to call the Army sandbags. So
while y'all in y'all castle houses and stuff.
Yeah, cause like when the Marines in the Army deploy, they actually like deploy into the field, and they sleep in like camps and stuff like that out in the middle of the field. And when the Air Force, we stay in 5-star hotels when we deploy.
Eating 10 meals and stuff.
But why is that our fault? Why are we attacked for that?
I just feel like because y'all need to get dirty just as much as we get dirty.
Well, I was a mechanic, so I got dirty. I wasn't
No, I ain't talking about oil dirty. I ain't talking about no like, oh, I'm going to lay on the back like you. No. I'm talking about
I had 1 week. I had 1 week of
you
work.
Ain't no mechanic.
Okay? A whole week. So
you guess what? He hurt a nail. Oh man, you hurt a nail.
Hey, hold on, Joe. You ain't even a vet, bro.
Hey, dog, I'm taking her side. So she told me I could talk about you. So hey, it don't even matter. You can't whoop both of us.
I did go through SEER training, so I'm not your typical Air Force whatever. So, but
feels are cute. Okay, that's what's up.
Hey, anyways, though, I had never thought about what you was saying.
It's all love.
Because I never was thought about the loyalty component that you was just talking about. But I guess that would be a difference in the branches, like, because I can't say all of the people I know that joined the Marines, and we used to joke about it in the Air Force, because, like you join the Air Force, you join the Army, you join the Navy, but you become a Marine. And we used to always joke about it, but when you were talking about that painted a different picture where it kind of makes sense that, because Marines are, like, they're fiercely loyal to each other, like extremely loyal.
Exactly.
So I remember going through a couple bases in Texas, and then going through a couple bases on the east, on the East Coast. And the Marines, like, they always stuck together. Like, you never saw one Marine by itself anywhere. They were always together. It was crazy.
Yeah, we even to this day, now that I'm out, I did 10 years. Now that I'm out, I still got them stuck by my side, calling me, checking on me, coming to, but it's all like, it's a brotherly, sisterly, it's almost undescribable, but it's definitely love.
Yeah, 'cause I don't talk to nobody from my Air Force days. I got one dude that I keep up with, but he in Germany, and we only talk like once every 6 months. No,
but also the ratio is different too.
What's up?
If I'm not mistaken, the ratio is different. Like the Marine Corps ratio versus the Air Force. Air Force is such a big, it's so many people. The Marine Corps isn't like that. The Marine Corps is very small, very selective. So like, that becomes your family.
Yeah, I think. Well, the Air Force is sizable. Yeah, it's it's people are surprised by how hard it is to get into the Air Force. It's one of the hardest branches to get into.
The Air Force is the hardest branch, because you have to be smart.
But it is. Yeah, I feel what you're saying. The Marines, and then you guys, y'all's basic training is so rigorous compared to everybody else's.
Right.
That creates a bond in and of itself. Oh, you made it?
Right. Like, you still on that island?
Like in the Air Force, it ain't no doubt. Like if you didn't make it, we're like, you ain't make it? Really?
Yep. What's wrong with you?
Right. That's exactly what's coming next. Like, what happened? Did you get sick? Like what?
But see, you can't go home if you sick in the Marine Corps. That's why you got to make sure, you know what you want. It's a commitment, for sure.
But that's dope how you laid it out in terms of the loyalty, and that's the same type of loyalty that we do need more of in the community. Look, not only will I die for you, because dying for somebody is, in my opinion, easier than living for somebody. So not only am I going to die for you, but I'm going to live for you. Like, I'm going to go through every day for you. Like, if we had more of that going on in the community, all our problems would be over with already.
Like, I'm going to produce for you, and I'm going to help make these moves with you. So, like, there's always everything that I do is a reason behind it. Everything that, my quotes or my caption or what I represent, it's all, to me, a mental mirror and a reflection for you to understand that, hey, I'm with you. I got you. But do you have you? Are you confident enough to have you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the M16 locked and loaded. What you want to do?
Word. And I shot one of them too. Joe, for you clown.
Hey, they feel good. Look at them.
I got a question. Mm-hmm. So I was going through your pictures on Joe is not Pow3r again. It's powerproductions.com. I was going through your pictures.
I know how to read.
And
what pictures you going through?
The pictures you got on the home page.
Okay.
And one of your pictures underneath in the gallery, you got it looked like a picture of the first female rapper to have a #1 hit in the last 20 years, Cardi B.
Mhm.
I just found that out because they actually did a report on her on NPR this morning, if you could believe that. I was like, this is crazy. Anyways, was that an event that you were at or that you put on or?
That was like in Atlanta, I believe. That was in Atlanta. It was an event that we had put on last year in Atlanta. So, yeah, she was there. She came through. She showed mad love. That's all you got to do it all. All you got to do is look at the pictures. You'll find a whole bunch of everything. But, yeah, me and my business partner, Remy, we went up there in Atlanta and we did an event there.